All right, word. My laptop can't keep up. We don't look like this. We look like that. All right. So what's up? How are you?
What's good?
This is us officially like jumping in now. So
All right.
go ahead.
I'm good. I'm living good. I'm a little high right now, but
Mm,
I just finished a video shoot today, so I'm feeling productive,
yeah.
feeling well. Yeah, I needed a little rest after the show, but like as of right now, I feel like motivated as fuck. Like
I was
I'm
about
ready
to
to go
ask like,
crazy.
how many videos did you do since the concert? Was that like the first one jumping back in? Like you
Nah,
chilled all
I
week?
Saturday and Sunday. I shot one Saturday. I shot one Sunday. Uh, I think Monday, actually Monday, I went to go shoot like a little short scene. This guy was getting a tattoo, so
Mm,
we was like I was recording a scene from there. But nah, I had to let some people. It was just like a whole editing week. It was like trying to rest and edit because I had to let people know like yo like I just did the show. I need a little minute to get myself together. Like let me like gather like my thoughts, and then I'll like get back to you as far as like the videos when they come in. But most of the people was there, so like they understood. They was feeling it.
yeah.
How
Did
about
these
you?
same people come to the concert too?
Yeah,
Did you
yeah, yeah,
see familiar
exactly. Yeah,
faces?
yeah, yeah. Most of them was. So
I'm about to say, cause seeing it firsthand, you would really understand. It's like, yeah, go ahead, yo,
yeah, it's
take
like
your
yeah, I
time.
was there. I was lit. Like you could at least take a few days to yourself. So they definitely understood that. I appreciate the fans who actually not even my fault, not the fans, the clients who actually like really do treat me as a human. Instead of just like give me my video boy. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like some people really be talking crazy, like and it's sad. So I had to hit that block button a few times. So,
damn.
but how about you? How
Come.
was your recap?
So I'm all about the background stuff, like talking to everybody. Like that's right. Like what did this person think? Did you get what you want? This person think? Would you like talking to everybody after it was honestly something I wasn't hyped for.
Yeah,
I was hyped about what we did, but I knew that there was a lot of stuff after the fact that I was gonna have to deal with. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm dealing with it, and I was dealing with it since. But I was I was more so like it's a weird state of mind because there was a lot of stress that I didn't expect. But I'm glad that I'm dealing with it now because I know the next time I go through it, it's gonna be so much easier. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
this was a step up in my mind and like everything I've been doing so far. But I just did not expect the aftermath. So I haven't really chilled yet per se, but I'm not complaining. You know?
nah, I feel you. Nah, I definitely feel you. I don't know. I expected it to be a lot. It was kind of like my first show, so I was like, "Yo, I'm ready." I'm just like, every time there was just so much to do, like it got overwhelming, but it was like an exciting feeling. It was like, "Yo, I'm really doing this shit." Like I'm really feeling the feeling of throwing a show.
Yeah.
So it was like everything was surreal for a minute, for like just up until that date happened, like until November 5th. It was crazy. Even I was watching everybody come in, and I'm at the door, seeing all these people come in, and I'm just like, "Yo, this shit's really happening." And that's just so cool.
It was a different experience.
Yeah.
It was a way different experience, and like I've I've done a lot in Philly this year, with live shows and everything, and I've seen people have a great time and like for different reasons, like all different reasons, whether it be the people who are there, the music that's playing, or the things that are happening. But to be someone who can like kind of create that same opportunity
Yeah.
for those experiences, like I think that was like a really good feeling seeing that many people come out for it, like just because they want that chance to have a really good time.
Yeah. I got a lot of good reviews. People tell me like they had a great time, like they was having fun,
Yeah,
like a whole bunch of shit. Like they was just like, yo, like you did something for the culture, like for the underground. Like thank you.
that
Like
really hits different.
yeah, yeah. I was like, yo, that was really what the goal was. Like it wasn't always trying to really get no bag or, like clout chase. It was like, yo, we really just want to impact and like make this night unforgettable because, like I don't know why not. Like that's just how I move with everything. It's like doing it for the culture, do it for the people. So just so we could just motivate everybody else.
See, that's like we gotta jump. That's why we should be jumping into the info we're gonna jump into about
Yeah,
the show today because this was we had the same vision when it came like this is more than just us. This is more than the bag. Like we can really do something with this. So
yeah,
when we talk about the concert, I want to talk more about you. I want to get into the interview aspect before we jump into the concert aspect, just
okay,
so people have a broader understanding of everything that went into it. You know what I mean? Like I'll jump into it. But
Okay.
I'm gonna interview before we get into the
All
content.
right,
But
bet.
when we get into those details, I really hope people take away like a learning aspect from it, because that's what this is. Like everything I do, I want everyone to know how I did it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You might not be able to do it the same way, and that's what like the phrase I pride myself on. Like I'll teach you how to do it, but you won't do it the same way I did it. So, if I could have someone above me that thought that same way, at least I could have created more opportunities for myself. So that's how I see it.
Okay.
So
Sure.
when we get to our conversation, I hope someone else can take away that knowledge. But Shino, you've been doing the videography for how long?
Since 2017.
2017.
That's like when I first. That's when I first. February 2017 when I first edited a video. September 2017 is when I first got a camera.
September 2017.
Yeah.
But you were editing beforehand.
I was editing in my senior year of high school.
So I'm thinking I met you actually at that same time, right?
You met me. You met me like the next year.
2018.
2018. You met me 2018, sophomore year.
I've seen a lot of growth in your videography from that time until now. And I feel like it's probably the first time I'll get to ask you these questions about your work and your craft. So I just want you to know I'm really excited to get into this.
Hey, let's go.
So one of my first questions is, this is probably an obvious one, but what initially got you into the video, like the videographer work, the camera work and everything?
So, like, what I initially did to kind of like get into this area, there was signs of it all like since I was a kid. Like, I used to go to my dad's house and I used to get like his old phones and I'll find a charger. He'd be like, if you get the turn on, you can use it. And then I would just like, it had like an old quality to it. So I used to make like paranormal activity type films.
Yeah.
So like I'll walk around and pretend I'm like in a haunted house, and then like I'll have my siblings act like creatures and monsters and all weird stuff. And then I'll download an app on the phone and I'll edit it. And then like my dad come home like, yo, look what I made. And he was like, yo, why does it look like a real film? Like that's just bored. Like I was just doing that, but I didn't see it as like a career at all. Not at all. I was like probably like 13. And then I was always watching movies. Like I could stay up all night and just watch movies. Like that was just my thing. My dad always took me
Was
to
horror your
movies.
genre too? Or no?
I actually didn't like watching horror movies alone. Like I needed a group of people because I don't know. Like when I'm with a group of people and we watch a scary movie, it's like funny. So, but yeah, and then like I came to high school and then I tried to join film. I was like, yo, for some reason I want to do film. I tried, that was my shop, but it was full. So I had to go to engineering. So like most of my like high school I was in pre-engineering. That's when I met Indigo. Who else did I meet in engineering? It was like all old friends. But that's where me and Indigo met. We was both in engineering. He was like shorter than me. He was at least like 5'6".
Damn, he was shorter than you at
He
the
was
time?
shorter than me. Yeah, and he had like
You're talking about high school?
yeah.
I
This
wouldn't
is
expect
this
it.
is freshman year. This is freshman year. So, but we fast forward senior year. I get like in a really like crazy relationship. It was like intense, and then I kind of like messed up. So we kind of like separated, and then it was to the point where it's like, bruh, it's not even like working. I don't even want to be here no more. Like I'm slacking. I was just like so not focused on senior year. So I switched and went to another high school that was closer to my house, and I met this guy. And he was like, yo, I do like a cinema workshop. You should come to my workshop after class. And it was like a whole bunch of other students, and we was just like learning about like film. But like I was on it with the editing. He was like, you sure you never edited before? I was like, not really. And then he taught me about PCI, and that's how I got into rowing. And PCI is the Pre-College Institute. It's like a pre-program for rowing. Right. And that's how I got into rowing. And then I was like, all right, let me look for some majors at rowing. And they had a radio, TV, film. Bam. Straight like that. But the thing is, between all that cinema workshop, I was already home editing, like just making clips of like A$AP Rocky, putting like a whole bunch of his music videos, making montages of a whole bunch of different stuff.
One of the infamous clips I've seen of yours was the Lean Cuisine one.
Oh yeah. With Lean Squad, I did like a appreciation video with all their like skits. And the thing is, I was washing dishes, and I had a radio in my kitchen, and this song came on, "I'll Be Missing You" by P Diddy. And I was like, damn, I have this envision in my head where I can like make like a whole video to this song. But like I was like, it would be dope with some friends, but I didn't have any videos like my friends, like a whole bunch to make a video. So I thought of Lean Squad. I just downloaded a free program, started editing it, chopped it up, stayed up all night, put it on. I put on the auto notification so I knew when they tweeted. And as soon as Benar tweeted, I posted it. Literally 2 minutes later, he retweeted it. And like my Twitter started going up. Like I recently retweeted, got like 500 retweets and like 1,000 likes. And like that feeling I got is the feeling I get to this day with all, like every video I do that I post and people like it and all the shit that I do. So that day was like, yo, this is what I'm doing the rest of my life.
Damn, that was like $1 million market move right there. And you
Yeah,
that,
like just on some spontaneous shit. Like just on some, I'm washing dishes and I'm like, yo, imagine like I didn't wash dishes that night and I just didn't hear that song. Or like my mom wasn't bugging me to wash the dishes. What if she was just lenient and I kind of just missed that song? And the thing is, she was bugging me and I was just like, I'm gonna watch them later. Watched them at like midnight and then that song just came on. Like life was already setting up for me and I had no idea. I was just being me. Like, that's the crazy thing.
That's like for that to be what made that video come to fruition. Like not just the fact that you wanted to make that video for them. Like it was you hearing a song and you're like, you know what? I really like these guys, so I'll do it.
Yeah.
I honestly wasn't expecting that. Like for real, I honestly didn't think it would be like a one in a million chance. Like, oh, you heard the song.
It was. I was a weirdo, bro. I was just a spark of inspiration just hit, and it was like, now your time will begin. This is the start of your journey. And I can't. After that, I was like, all right, I'm doing an ASAP Rocky one. It didn't even get no buzz. It got like 2 retweets. I was like, fuck it, we still going. Like I was going so crazy.
When'd you get to the music video?
I got to the music video when I got to Rowan. When I got to Rowan, that's when I started meeting people who started making music. And my first music video I actually shot with Who Am I TV, Chad. I don't know if but he goes to Rowan. But he was like the first rapper I ever shot like a music video for. And then like he introduced me to like some of his artist friends, and then I kind of just kept, we used to go out, and then it was a snowball effect from there. And then, I think after that I met Jamez. I met Jamez, and then Jamez was like, what's crazy? This is crazy, the story of how I met Jamez. It was 420, actually. It was 420.
The day 420.
I remember it was 420 festival at Rowan, and I went to my townhouse to like switch my shoes because I was just like, I don't know, I was just switching my shoes. So I saw some Air Force Ones, and I was like, yo, like I don't know, I feel like drawing on them. So I started coloring them with like these like Sharpies and shit. And I started putting like SHINO and all this other shit. Cause I was like, I was in code. I did that shit with Chad. We was like, Who Am I? So I was kind of on my creative tip. I was already moving like an artist. So I took like 30 minutes just doing that in my room. And when I put them on, I walked out. And when I walked out my townhouse, guess who just walks right by me? Jamez. I was like, yo, you're only Jamez? He was like, yeah. But he was like scared. He was like, who the fuck is like who's this? And I was like, yo, like I'm SHINO, like I shoot videos, like we should work. He's like, yo, like, I'm about to perform at Rowan tonight. You should like pull up. I was like, all right, bet. And then I shot a video for him. I recorded it. Then like 2 days later, he was like, yo, come to me to North Jersey. And then woke up like at 6 a.m. And then he picked me up from Rowan. We went to North Jersey, and that's when I first went up to Sloppy. That was the very first time I went to Sloppy. I saw Mike. I met everybody. And it didn't even look how it looked then. And it was just weird vibes. But we was up there for a minute.
It was the same studio though? Like
yeah, we was in that big studio. We was in there for about like he had a 12-hour studio session. And then we came back down, and then ever since then, that's when I just kind of just like locked in with him. So that's how it led up to us going to North Jersey that one year. So just that like long connection. But yeah.
Every time I hear like that name and think about the story, like the background story of that time period, I'm just like, wow. I honestly jumped in around that time. That's why I feel like I really jumped into it. Like I'm ready to
because
do whatever it takes.
After like X died, like Indigo started taking the music shit like really, really serious. Like it was kind of like his motivation for real. Like he was like, yo, like, cause he was the one who told him like, don't give up, like don't kill yourself, like don't do none of that. So when he was gone, he was just, bro. The crazy thing is, X died June 18th. He DM'd Jalen May 18th. He DM'd Indigo May 18th. Literally 30 days later, he died. And it was just like, yo, like, we got to do this shit forever. So that's when you kind of start running into him. Because that following year, we was like, and that's when we was like, yo, like, we both big fans of X. And that was like the first green flag. We was like, all right, I'm fucking with him.
The tattoos.
Yeah. We had the X tattoos. We was like, all right, cool. He's solid.
Yeah.
And then it just went from there. Yo, what's up, everybody that's joining?
What's up, chat? Oh, so this jerky is sponsored by my man Jules Royce. He's custom making turkey. He's about to make me a barbecue flavor. I'm very excited. It's going to be custom named after me. I'm very hyped. I'm not. If you want to try at one point, let me know.
Yeah, I'll try it.
I'm actually not have you try it just yet. It's pretty hot. We're gonna like split it in. We're gonna split one in half.
Oh damn, it's gonna be like that.
Yeah, we can knock it out now.
Nah, we can do it later.
I'm
it's
about
gonna
to
be like
say.
that. We'll do it later.
Yeah,
We'll talk first.
and then Bubba said, "What's up, gang? What's up, Bubba? You already know. What's
Yo,
up, G?
Bubba.
So you had a retweeted. You had a video that got retweeted by some guy, the guys you looked up to in terms of like comedy. You know, not looked up to, but
Bro,
like showed you
like,
good
they
time.
even like, yo, hop on the game, let's play the game. Like it was to the point where it was like, yo, I was almost building like a relationship with these guys.
Yeah.
And it was like, and that's why I was, and the thing is, that's why, and then I started doing skits. So like I started editing skits, so I was already kind of getting to film just because of them. So I was like, yo, like I started like me and my friends, we just started putting skits together, putting them on YouTube, trying to be funny and shit. And that's kind of how that transpired. And then we kind of just got cooler.
Yeah. That's really how it went. I feel like with time.
Yeah.
I would think about us now at Rowan when we were jumping up and forth from North Jersey to South Jersey, and now it's like we're jumping from coast to coast. Like I feel like the same people we were just jumping from like dorm to dorm, like state to state, just coast to coast.
Exactly.
And the time really should upgrade. But what I was about to say is you had the video retweeted, then you ran into Only Time Mez, got called up to North Jersey. Like your skills were getting called upon like real early. So those accomplishments then and the accomplishments you aim for now, do you feel like they're still aligning with the same path that you pictured for yourself when you started, or you feel like things have changed, like you see yourself in a different position than
it's all the same. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I feel like I had this vision for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like the only thing that's changed is just me just adding more that I want to do. But like I already like the thing is when I met them, the Laugh House didn't exist, but I knew I came into Rome freshman year and I said the summer, I said, yo, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not graduating. Like, I'm going to leave by sophomore year because I'm going to get some video opportunity that's going to make me want to, like, leave college. Sophomore year is when we all went up to North Jersey. And an opportunity did happen. I did leave school, and I was manifesting it from there. And then, like, after all that happened, the Laugh House was birthed. So now everything's a little bit branded better. But as far as, like, my vision and what I want for myself, I'm still accomplishing it. I'm still achieving it. Like, I'm doing it. I feel like I said, I feel like I'm already, like, winning. I'm already, like, living, like, what I want. It's only just a matter of time that I keep upgrading and keep getting, like, you know, like, the millions is already here. It's just, you know, it's taking a minute for it to get delivered to my door type of thing. It's already been ordered. It's already been shipped.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Real shit. I hear that, bro. I hear that. And
what's good?
Speak more about, like, what you picture yourself doing with it. When, you know, you get further down the line, you get more of what you're trying to accomplish. What is that? What do you picture that being? Like, what do you see yourself doing?
Honestly, hold on one second. I'm just trying to pin this comment.
Gotcha.
All right, let people know what's going on. Further down the line, I definitely want to, like, bring more, like, I like what we did. Like, we accidentally, like, I feel like we accidentally made, like, a show / networking event. It was like people who didn't perform had a chance to still grow that night. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And, like, I feel like it was so many crossover episodes. It was people from the West Coast, people from Philly, people from Jersey, all finally meeting each other. And it's like, and then afterwards, I see other artists sharing each other's music. It was just like, yo, like, this shit's really connecting. But, like, as far as the future, it's just, there's more events like that, more opportunities. I want to get a whole Laugh House building. Like, I want people to walk in there and it's be like, yo, like, I can edit here, I can chill here. Like, you know, like, it's just so much more I want to do as far as, like, what I want to do for others. It's like, I don't know, I get bored just the only one enjoying stuff. You know, when something cool happens, I want to share it. I don't want to just, like, nah, this is mine. Like, no one's going to experience this. It's like seeing the joy and inspiration of other people getting motivated is what makes me motivated and what gets me going. So that's why I appreciate everybody that, like, shares what I do. And, like, I don't know if I'll ever be used to people sharing in comedy because you don't have to support me at all. Like, zero.
Mm-hmm. To create that thought in someone's head where it's like, yo, I really want to show this person love right now.
Yeah.
How can you match that? Like, how do you can't, that's not something you can really write down in a book on how to do.
Yeah.
People say they do and they sell it to some fools.
I also want to have more merch coming, like a lot more merch. I want the merch to be more symbolism for people who aren't artists, for people who don't feel like they fit in that whole field we're in. Like I feel like laugh can mean anything. Anybody can find themselves. Anybody can lose themselves. But it's like, like a mom who doesn't listen to rap or something like that can see my shirt and like, oh, like I can relate to that. I want to wear that. I want it to empower people, not just,
Jump into it because you just mentioned it a little bit. The acronym to laugh.
Laugh means like lost and found, and lost and found is basically just like it's like a message I live by, and it's always understanding like when you're at your lowest and you feel like, yo, this is the end. I don't know how I'm gonna bounce back from this. Just know it's always gonna come right back. It's up and down. Like one day you're lost, one day you're found. But I like, and there's so many times where I'm just like I'm in such a bad mood, but right now I'm in a great mood. And, those moments are gone. They're coming. It comes and go. So it's just realizing life is a process of finding yourself. But you got to lose yourself first. You got to get all caught up in the mix. You got to make some wrong decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like artists have that opportunity to speak on it. I mean, with their artistry, with song making, like you're really just putting yourself on the table. But a lot of that yin yang really is all around in the industry. I try to tell people like there's a lot of downs that create the ups. Like I'll give them their credits, but there's a lot of downs. And like honestly, if dive into it for yourself. Like when you get in those moments where it's just like damn, like it feels like L after L, or it could be I don't know what it is for you, but you know what I'm saying. Like
I know what you mean.
how do you transmute that energy in a sense?
Well, for me, I look at it for what it is. Like, I feel like I'm assigned to a demon, I feel like we all have a spiritual, like, job to fight it. So I feel like when I'm down, all right, you got me there. But, like, I know what this is. You're trying to throw me off. Mm-hmm. When we was putting the show together and those things trying to stop it, I'm like, he's trying to stop this. But me putting the energy into it and believing in whatever it's trying to transpire is what's going to give us its strength, is what's going to make it win. So, like, it's just always trying to fight those battles. And then sometimes I got to read it for what it is. Sometimes I feel like, all right, I'm only feeling like this. I'm only going through this because I had to learn this. So in the future, I don't make this mistake, Mm-hmm. And that can happen in so many, like, different scenarios. But I always just realize that I'm fighting a battle here, and I got to know that my purpose is, and I'm really big on karma. I try to make the right decisions. I try not to harm nobody. I try not to, like, really try to stab nobody in the back or anything like that, or anything for, like, some, like, selfish self-gain. I try to give back more so that I receive more. I'm not really, like, a take type of person. So if something does happen, I'll be like, all right, I don't think I really did anything wrong, so this must be a test. Right. It's either a test or a lesson. Right. That's how I see it. If it's a lesson, all right, lesson learned, keep going. If it's a test, I might pass that bitch. So that's how I break it down. It's all about perception.
Ooh, all right, we can break the jerky.
All right, we about to break the jerky bet.
Yeah.
What's good, everybody?
Yo, is tea out there? I might have to have him get you another water.
I got water right here. This joint better not be OD.
You had jerk chicken before?
Yeah. My tongue is already burning, bro. This shit slap though.
Bro, it's so good. Shout out again, Joe's Royce Jerky. Joe's Royce Jerky.
We just tried some jerky. This shit spicy as fuck. Damn. Fuck that. Give me the sugar cookie.
All right. I gotta say this.
He just fucked this whole interview up.
I gotta say this line.
Damn.
Shout out Joe's Royce Jerky for sponsoring the podcast.
This shit hot.
He's making a jerky after me.
Man, shout out Odell. Shout out Odell Beckham.
I'm gonna be putting this shit up. Shout out Joe's Royce Jerky, natural jerky.
Damn. This shit hot.
Yeah, these sponsorships. Yeah, if you want to sponsor a podcast in my line, we can talk about it. We can get you sponsored. I can show you shit.
You know what'd be fire? If the jerky was, like, infused with THC.
It is.
Are you dead ass?
Nah.
I was about to say. Yo, I was about to be hype as fuck. I'm about, give me another piece.
Nah, but like, yo, Joe's Royce Jerky, get on that. You heard him. He's based out of Jersey, so that shit legal.
Bruh.
Yo, T-Bree, you might have to get this man another water.
We good. We good.
Finish that first.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
We gonna get it out of water.
So, you snowballed into the.
Yeah, Joel is like a
Yo.
pepper, Ruger's peppers himself. It's got
Yeah,
like thousands of
he homemade hot sauce. All right, ready?
Shout
So
out
I got another
Joel.
question. The only way we can get over it is if I keep talking.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna continue to Laugh House because you started with the videography. Then you started connecting with artists like Lexini and Kid Carol, and you actually gave them a chance to express themselves on your platform. So using Laugh right now.
This man's mouth too hot.
What do you feel like you're trying to give from Laugh right now to the people? Like, what should people be taking away from Laugh right now? And I'm talking about artists and creatives because a lot of people in today's day and age don't really know how to get those connections and like, yo, I see you and I see your work and I want to connect with you. And then you have this brand like when it comes to connecting with the artists and how they should be taken from Laugh. What do you? Also, my mouth is on fire, so I'm rambling now.
Yeah.
What do you want them to take away from it, or what do you try to have them perceive from it?
Community.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the biggest word is community. I don't know about you, but like, ever since I left college, I feel like the underground seems like a big ass high school, and it's just like, and the underground is not even like just underground rappers. It's anybody who's like not local, like not like you're local, but you're known in multiple states type of thing. You kind of got a little connection going for you. You're in like a certain network, like you know people who know people type of thing. So it's like you could be a photographer, videographer, producer, manager, like rapper, singer. So it's like the biggest thing I want people to take from the Laugh House is like, yo, we all trying to do this together. Like, we all trying to win. We all trying to express ourselves. And it's like, lately it's just realizing the bigger picture and the bigger enemy. And the enemy is not ourselves. It's the system that we in, you know, and it's the, like, I don't know about if anybody knows this, but you do not have control over how your life goes. Like, the direction it goes, what you do, everything is depicted by like a certain system, government, that we don't even know who the people are. We don't talk to them. We rarely even see them. So it's like everything we do, most of our stress and struggles, is because of how the system is set up. Most of the people are stressed out and depressed because they got to work a job. And they hate working jobs. But why we got to work a job? Because that's how the system made it. We didn't get the chance to really talk about it. We was just born into this shit. So it's like we need to understand, like, yo, it's us against them, you know? We need to find ourselves so that we can be at the top and be as happy as we can. So that's all it is. I'll never try to destroy someone who's like trying to come out the same dirt I'm trying to come out. You know, and it's just love all around. That's all it is. It's for the culture. It's for the art. Like, we not here to be on no like bougie like taxing you. Like, a lot of times I give people a lot of breaks and a lot of cuts when it comes to videos too, just because.
You work with a lot of different artists. Like,
Yeah.
there's a variety of sounds in the Laugh House page, and
Yeah.
people really take the time to go from top to bottom. Not only can they see the progress in your work, like how you upgrade from video, trying different things, but they can really see the different talents you're trying to like broadcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing is, most of the people on those channels all know about each other. That's the thing. It's not like it's just, you know, you go on World Star Hip Hop, half of the people, you don't really know them. But like, because I do run heavy, like, it's not just we shoot a video and I never really talk to you ever again. It's just like we shoot a video, now I support your music. Now I listen to your music. You know, now I'm telling other people about you. Like, it's just like, that's just how I am. I'll shoot a music video. I'm like, yo, I shot a music with a dope artist today. Like, he's like fire. He's not really known like that, but I definitely want to work with him again. And that's how I move with everything I do. So, yeah, the biggest thing is this community and trying to get people to connect and everything. Like, I don't know.
The underground, you mentioned it briefly for a second. You feel like it's a big ass like high school too.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I tell people confidently now, I feel integrated into the underground. I don't know what's going on in every nook and cranny, but I know where I can get my information. I know where I can find my ways to tap in. And I look at you, I think no different. You know what I mean? I see you, we're both in the underground. We're in that like school, we're in that class.
Yeah.
So one thing I feel like we should be able to say is having an opinion on the underground. Like, it's way different than the time when we were just starting up and it was 2016, 2017, and X and everybody was having these concerts state to state, and like
Yeah.
SoundCloud was getting called it was the SoundCloud era. Like, it had its own phrase when it came to online presence. Like, SoundCloud had its own era, and you could name the top 10 people that just said that. But the underground now, being what it is, how do you feel? Like, what do you feel it is, and what do you feel like is different from what it is from what it used to be?
The government.
You know, from it straight up.
You know, whole pandemic, bro. It's just like that shifted everything. Like, I feel like as far as like the shows and how people are like, you know, putting everybody inside and bring everybody out, it's kind of like we kind of refresh it. But like I feel like that's the biggest thing that affected like me. Like for a minute, I had like when pandemic first hit, I questioned myself. I was like, yo, like, how am I ever gonna make videos? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this what life's come to? So it's like I feel like that's what drastically changed a lot. But like going into a little deeper into it, as far as like the culture side of it, I feel like I don't know. I want people to like feel like care a little bit less about the clout about it, and more just about the connections and just like bringing those like historic moments back. Like I don't know. Like I feel like after the show, after I did the show, there was a group of people who really like loved what happened. They saw it for what it was, and there's a group of people who felt like I really just came up like yo, you, I know you got mad bread type of thing. And it's just like, yo, like you don't know my situation, and it's like you don't gotta know the details, but like that's not how even like how I'm moving.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know, as far as the underground, I feel like it's getting a little better, you know, as far as like getting back to more creative roots. You know, DIY is really taking effect into a lot of things. People kind of just, a lot of young artists are coming back out, like 16-year-olds from like the South. Atlanta's eating it up still. But with the Laugh House, I want to bring that like that refreshing feeling back in. I want that shit to come in like a tornado. It's like, oh shit, like this shit cool. Like this shit is so fun. Like, you know, it's just making people feel a part of it, making people feel important. How about you though? Like, how do you feel about the underground?
I feel as though it really is that clout. Like, I want to say something else, but like the one thing I just don't like is like how people see clout, and like they'll misinterpret networking as I need to just know somebody. I need them to know my name so I can be like, oh, yeah, I met you that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to you and I told you I knew so and so, you know, we're cool. And that's like the one thing I don't like about the underground in terms of the community as a whole. Because there's a lot of genuine people that get mixed up in that, and it makes networking not fun. Like, there'll be times I'm like, I just don't want to go. I don't want to go. I just don't want to see people. I don't want to have to put
Fake
up
it.
that. It's not even faking it. It's more so put up that filter so I can say, like, who's coming at me right now. Like, who is approaching me, who is talking to me, and what do they want. So I don't like putting that up. I like to be able to I'm a trusting person. Like,
Yeah.
I really like to put out the energy and hope that's the same energy that I'm getting back every day. But I've been in so many situations where now that filter, and it's come from me being out and meeting all these people who are, you know, some of these people have buzz in the industry. Some of these people have a lot of staying in the industry or moves or even just, let's say, like, they have the pool to do something, you know what I mean? Like, they're people who can give me opportunity. These same people will also, like, smile on my face and be like, how do I get them out my face as soon as possible? Like, how do I make this benefit me, or how do I get out of this as soon as possible?
Yeah.
And that's probably like the first thought that goes through their head. I don't blame them, because they probably had the situations in themselves that where they were like, all right, I'm not going to waste my time again. But I've also been in a situation where I'm like, damn, I really don't waste my time. Like, and that's the one thing I got from the underground. Other than that, there's so much talent. There's so many people I would love to like push more and like bring out more, but there's a lot of people. Like, there's a lot of people I feel like I could list artists all day and be like, how does this person not have more spotlight? How does this person not have this yet and that yet? And sometimes it's them.
Yeah.
It could be like what they have going on and their own work ethic. And
Yeah.
sometimes it could just literally be what the game is right now. Like, they're not trying to go out and have to hang out with these people and do these features to get this new fan base. Like, they just have their fan base there and they got good music.
Yeah. A lot of people be antisocial too. It's like, I don't know, a lot of people just don't really be wanting to like tap in with others. They're just like, I don't know, I'm kind of comfortable. I'm kind of good doing my own thing. But it's like, again, it comes down to what you want. It's like, bro, if you want to be known, then you got to get out the house. Like, and you gotta really just go to events. You gotta just be you, but like you can't go there and like expect something. Like I've never like DM somebody to shoot a video because of the amount of followers or clout they had.
Mm.
Like if I DM'd you, it's probably because I really liked your music and I was like, yo, I can really see something like dope happening like with me and this artist collabing. So it's like I don't know. It's like you gotta kind of keep it solid.
That communication that you can have with the people too that you like fuck with, like the fact that you're able to find them and then connect with them is one thing I appreciate about the underground right now, because that's happening more.
Yeah.
Like producers, videographers, like the guys in the background are actually getting more spotlight because of that aspect of like, now I know who to contact when I want to do this.
Yeah.
When I like this artist, but I like what they did here, like, oh, but here's the videographer.
Yeah.
Let me connect with him. Something I related to is like .com. .com did something really cool with his buzz, and he threw that show in LA we went to. Like that's something outside the boundaries that definitely pushed his name more than a videographer.
Yeah, and that shifted the culture too. Everybody was like, after that night, everybody was like, SoundCloud's back.
Yeah,
like the 2,000 people came out. Like Internet Money was there.
That list
like,
of artists on that roster was insane.
I don't know how he didn't expect that, but come to find out, like most of them really did all that off the strength, and it's just like. It was just the right move, and it was just like it was crazy. Like we went across the country to see that happen.
Yeah.
So it's
shout
crazy.
Shout out Matt for that, for real.
Yeah, shout out Matt.
Yeah, I was probably not saying I wasn't gonna go. Like I was probably gonna be like, damn, that's something I should have popped out to if he didn't be like, yo, pull up.
Yeah, I had multiple people actually trying to tell me pull up because I know like Tennis was just like out there with Zelly, so he was trying to get me to come out there. And then I was already trying to like just. You know, I already wanted to go. It was just like, yo, like, this is definitely the move. So everybody's gonna be there. And I just wanted to feel part of underground too. It was like, I don't know, bro. It's like not everybody really cares as much out here in Jersey. You know, and it's not the fact that like people aren't talented, people don't care. Like people's like, yeah, I made a cool song, but I don't really care to blow. I'm kind of just, you know, I'm gonna go just stack my bread and I'm going to just live comfortably. And then there's like, people like me who has aspirations. I'm like, yo, I really want my name to get out there. I really want the Laugh House to get out there. I really want to inspire people. So like Jersey not having that influence is kind of like, it makes it weird. But Philly got it. That whole, like, the whole art is just popping in Philly. That's just the culture of Philly. Atlanta got it. LA's a little bit, like, LA got it, but, like, LA's just the spot. Like, everybody just goes there. It's just Hollywood. So,
but it's still a hub. I'm starting to call these spots, like, hubs. Like, Philly's a hub. If you're in PA...
Yeah, same with
New
New
York. You
want
want to go somewhere. In New York, too, yeah. If you're in New York, I've just found out, like, this year how big New York really was. I thought New York was, like, mainly the city and a little bit of suburb, and then you're, like, Rhode Island and all that. Like, New York's pretty big. It's not huge, but it's way bigger than I thought. It's mad suburb in New York. But they have their hubs. Like, Jersey has no hub. We have no central spot where you go to really get connected with the other music industry people in Jersey. You either go to Philly or you have hometown love. I met a lot of artists with hometown love. Like, I'll name some people. Like, I feel like Trey Bando was someone that was like one of the first names that I found out that had a lot of hometown love, and I was like, damn, like his sound is great, like who he's working with is great, even his videos were fire, but where's he supposed to go after he gets the hometown love? Like, he's jumping over to Philly, or he's trying to get to like the radio stations. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's like I think what some people don't realize is that it's not the fact that you need people to blow up in New Jersey. You need landmarks. You need resources. Like we need more like legitimate studios. Like what artists going to come to, like what big artists going to come to South Jersey? Really ain't no crazy studios out here. We don't really got no real like big venues. We don't have a lot of photography studios that's like known to the point where it's like, oh yeah, go to this spot. Not like some like, and I mean some real ones. Not like we just doing it out of the basement type of thing, like somebody's crib, but like it's a building, like you can actually go in and like Rec Philly right there, right in the center, like feeding that. So
I feel like the people who haven't seen it like don't really understand it. Like going to LA and seeing those studios, like you could book a studio just for shooting a music video,
bro.
Like that's how fire,
bro. In LA,
and they'll be cheaper than any studio.
LA's crazy. When I went to the studios with LA when I was with Indigo and everybody, like the studios, it was like 40 of them, like 40 rooms with just an empty studio. and you 12 hours for like $60. You don't got no engineer, but bro, if you got somebody that your homie that can engineer, y'all can lock in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't got to worry about that. And it's like, you can engineer yourself, you can record yourself. Jersey don't got that at all.
I was telling my engineers here, like, I'd be sad leaving without them. I'd be like, damn, I'm about to have some bull in the chair. Like, I don't want some bull in the chair. I want you in the chair.
Yeah. That's why it's key to kind of record yourself, though.
But you're right. That stuff's not out here, and like that's the biggest thing. And even us, like even people in our positions where we're actually going out and bringing the information back. Like I wish there was someone above me.
Like, man,
that was
I've
teaching
seen
me
it.
This shit.
I've seen it. I know how it's moving. Like at this point, I'm trying to like hit Atlanta next. I'm trying to go to Atlanta in January. I'm trying to spend a few days out there, a few weeks actually, see how that's going. And if I like it, I'm gonna try to make a move because I want to buy a crib soon. But I'm not gonna buy a crib where I don't see like at least 2-3 year next plan as far as like when I'm doing in that area. Like, if I buy a crib, it's probably moving to Philly or Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So, but I think it's most likely going to be Atlanta just because I haven't been out there yet. But like, I don't know. I don't ever see myself like leaving anywhere. It's just like, bro, like I'm on Earth. Like, fuck, being in Jersey or states or anything like that. Like I'm just on Earth. We just going to make it happen.
Yeah.
I might live in Atlanta next, I might live somewhere else. So.
I'm like thinking about that van life because I feel like the music industry really showed me the importance of seeing the world.
Yeah.
Seeing different aspects of life. Like I didn't realize how different people could be. One of my first major music trips was going to London.
Oh yeah, you was crazy for that. You really did that.
Quando didn't even go with me.
Right.
And like seeing those people and them knowing me only because of like the music and everything, and then I don't know, it was just a real big eye opener that like there's so much more to life than what's like what we see here.
Yeah.
But the only way to go and see it is leaving. You getting up off your ass and heading out.
It's like they try to make you feel weird for leaving. It's like, bro, why you want me to stay so bad? You leave. You don't gotta stay here either. Like, bro, it's just like this is not like, bro, we don't own this land, bro. We did. They took it from us, but we don't really own this land. Like at this point, it's like, what are you really trying to? Like, you know how many people told me, bro, Philly's my city. Like, nah. The police that's their city. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, if it's really your city, can you make more parking spaces, bro? Can you can you stop people getting arrested in the streets?
Fuck PPA, bro.
Can you stop people getting killed in the streets? It's just like I'm tired of people trying to like rep something that they have no ownership over or they have no real love. It's like Philly's your city, but you gotta look over your shoulder type of thing. And it's just like if we change that mentality instead of pointing a gun at me, point at the people that's making you struggle right now. Why is your pocket struggling? Is it because of me or is it because of the system you in? And I think that's where like our people be messing up. And the only reason I'm saying that because I've been dealing with that after the show. That's the most recent thing I've been dealing with. Even a little bit before the show, just like my own people who are like at the bottom with me trying to fight me because they think I'm trying to get something over on them. And it's just like, yo, like, I feel so bad because it's like I'm really not even that type of person. But the fact that you feel like I am is because you probably got like that before. Or you're probably dealing with some type of trauma, so you feel like you can't trust nobody. Like, I'm sorry that you couldn't meet like someone as solid as me who could literally tell you like, yo, I didn't mean no disrespect or harm to you type of thing.
Yeah.
So, oh man, it's crazy out here.
People like I try to be so empathetic. I'm hearing you, and I like hear the same like struggle that I feel I perceive on people, cause I'm empathetic. I feel like I get the same energy from you as well.
Yeah.
Like I really try to put myself in other people's shoes before I even like speak. Like I try my best, cause I know my own struggles. So what's the point of like thinking about it again? Like, you know what I mean? I know what my boundaries, my walls. So where are yours coming from? Like, where does your anger come from? I try to understand people before it's war, but then some people it's just war.
Yeah. Like
it's just like
some people
I
wired
have
differently.
Yeah, like I'm not. There's no understanding me. Like this is how it is. And I dealt with a lot of it after the concert as well. A lot of people are like, oh, why didn't this happen? Why didn't that happen? And I'm also looking at people like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't this happen? You know what I mean? I also had to I couldn't be empathetic because simply now they're doing me wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta put your guard up back up sometimes.
I feel like it's that preparation for what's to come. Next time we do something like this, and next time we work with people, we won't make the same mistakes or run into the same issues.
Yeah, it was definitely a big learning experience. I'm not even gonna lie. And the thing is, I felt like we didn't really do anything wrong. I feel like we did everything like the best way we could, and I feel like we did an amazing job. And I feel like me and you, like the fact that we were communicating, like almost every other day, like on the phone, like in a Google Doc, making sure we got everything down packed. Like, just moving strategic with it. Like, all right, that artist a little bit more. You reach out to him. I'm gonna talk to him. It was like we really had a good communication. We didn't really like, point fingers at each other. We kind of like just kind of kept that at a nice balance. So as far as putting a show together, I feel like it definitely was some dynamic duo type shit. Like just from our own connections of who we knew. So
the dynamic duo aspect was mad new to me too. Like if we're gonna this is definitely the section where we jump into Oxfest. So if you're here to learn about the concert, like this is where we're gonna like talk about it.
Yo, what's good?
The dynamic duo aspect was very new to me because I was more in a shadow aspect in the beginning of the year. Shout out Keenan for really like trusting me in the shadow aspect. Like he let me do my thing in terms of management.
Yeah.
But he was also teaching me about the scene and about the community in Philly at the same time. And that's when I really felt like one, he was very welcoming. You know what I mean? I was in Philly for a while with an old artist, and like it was just everything was like through him, and I was just doing what I was learning through management. But it wasn't really wasn't a learning relationship. It was strictly business. So Philly was always foreign to me. Keenan was definitely someone who like gave me the perspective that I have now in Philly. And I really respect him for that.
Yeah.
So I just want to make that like well known. Like thank you to him. But Philly's beautiful and the community is beautiful. I was in shout out position in the live scene there for the rave scene. And the rave scene was also growing at the same time because this is the same time the pandemic is ending.
Yeah.
And I just learned like how to know your audience, how to find the people who are making that sound that your audience wants, and how to give them that experience aspect rather than it being a concert. So there was a shadow experience just like that for basically a majority of this year until it's up.
You know what's crazy? It's like I was at that rave
where the
wild things are. You know what's crazy? I was sitting there and I had no idea that this rave was gonna affect something I was doing. Like you doing that rave gave you even more experience and a connection to even put Oxfest together. Like it pointed you in that direction. I had no idea I was part of that. It's crazy. Like I'm at this rave just being here, but like Gobo doing this is affecting the Laugh House.
I'm thinking about it now. Now you're saying it like that. Like all the major figures that were a part of this were basically there.
Yeah.
Like, cause Matt and them were there. You were there. The whole gang was. My gang was there. My videographer, my photographers were there. All the artists I manage now, and then the people who helped me promote it. So yeah.
It's crazy. Butterfly effects, man. Them drones really be changing in life. I always think about that. I always think about the things that I don't even know how life be playing. Like something could literally be boiling right now for something big. Like it's crazy.
It really it's not that it might be. It really is. That's how I've genuinely been having that sixth sense feeling. So I did the shadow aspect, and It's Up was my first time throwing it, and I was solo. Like I didn't have anybody I was going to for the information or for about the money or investment or what was going down. It was just me and my phone, and I put on It's Up. For my first concert, I feel like it went great. Like it went amazing. I saw so many faces. Saw so many artists like get an opportunity to really like perform, and then I craved that feeling again.
Yeah.
Like because of that networking and that opportunity for the artists to do like streaming the music is one thing. You should always think about streaming the music because that's like the number one way people can always access you as an artist. But hearing you live, seeing you perform those emotions like firsthand,
seeing your aura, seeing how you carry yourself, how you walk,
different, and that's what builds on you.
Yeah,
that's what builds the community.
That's how you really connect with people. So
I had to do it again. So instead of doing another solo one, I went to that first dual experience with you. I felt like, you know what?
I'm glad it happened like that. I definitely wouldn't have got something that big by myself. You know what I'm saying? It definitely wouldn't even been at that spot. It probably would have been something totally different. So I'm glad it went in the direction it went.
If we did it when you first mentioned it, it would be way different.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Laugh House show first. I always give you credit for that. It was way back when we had some meeting in the business hall with me, you, and Indigo.
Oh yeah, I was always trying to do a show. I definitely was always trying to do a show, but like I'm really big on making things right. I don't like rushing anything. Like I got laugh clothes, but like I'm not gonna drop it until I have all the content ready for it. I'm not gonna drop it until I know everything fits right. And I'm okay with that. I'm cool because I know what I'm prepping. I know what I'm cooking. You know, the longer it takes to cook, the better it's gonna taste. So.
Then what you cooking? Shit, I got the munchies. You can't be talking like that.
He said, "What you cooking?" I was gonna say something though. I definitely was gonna say something about Oxfest.
So that was me going into it. I was like, yo, I want to do a dual thing with you. Like, me and you were going to be the ones running it. You came to the venue, and you said I had this idea, and I was like, damn, it's the same time. Like, we got an overlapping thing. Let's do this. And I was like, all right, look, bro, like, let's make a deal right now. let's both get this done. Let's get the Laugh House presents Oxfest. I'm going to hit up Ox Gang. I want to do a headliner joint with them already, and then let's just get this venue spot popping. And you're like, let's do it.
That shit was crazy.
What was your perspective going into it?
My perspective going into it, my brain just started running. I started thinking of all these things, all these like the dots. I started putting artists in my head, like like it was just like everybody we know who you think would want to be here. This is like I was just running through it, and then I was just
we broke it down to a science.
Like I was manifesting it. I was visualizing it, like with the whole getting the BK to ruler. All right, so this is how BK the Ruler got into the show. So basically, I'm high as hell in my room, and I'm just like editing, and I'm watching music videos, and placement comes on with BK and Maddox. Meanwhile, we already preparing Oxfest, and I'm just watching the music video, and I'm like, holy shit, I know I can get BK at Oxfest. Like, they just dropped the single, they just dropped the music video, like he's featured on the album, and it was just like. It was just like, I don't see why not, like I knew she definitely wasn't, not saying she don't like work for free, but I know she would like to do it.
Yeah.
Like why wouldn't she come and like show love? She never been in Philly before.
Yeah.
And it was just like
every time I heard that I was like,
yo,
this is history.
Bro, the next morning I was like, Gobo, I got an idea. And I was like, this shit's gonna be genius. And I already knew people around here like fucked with her music. I've been a fan since 2018. So like I actually manifested that too. Like I was saying, like, oh yeah, BK's gonna be at Oxfest. We didn't even talk to her yet, and I'm like, yeah, BK's gonna be at Oxfest.
This is fact. You did call me and said, yo, I see BK performing at the show. I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna do it yet, but I want to get her on it. So,
and that shit's crazy. And then like when I presented it like to you, and then when you presented to Matt, and we didn't really get no answer yet, I was like, oh dang, like I really thought like I really manifested this one. And then like I just got a call, and he was like, yo, I'm going to New York. I'm going to a listening party. We should try to lock her in. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, this shit came back. Like, when I thought it was over, like, manifestation ain't work. That shit worked. That shit was working.
Nah, it really waited for that moment of doubt. It will do that. Manifestation is so powerful. So powerful. And, like, that listening party was so lit. I'm very thankful that, you brought it up. Because he called you and you said, let's go. And then you called me. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it's better if we both go, like, just in case.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even get my ticket. Remember, I was up there, I was like, oh, shit, I don't got my ticket.
Nah, you didn't even have a ticket.
Nah, and I was trying to figure out the vac.
Yo.
Ooh, let me chill on that part. As soon as you say something related to that, then it's real censorship. But I didn't have my ticket. And I was like, yo, it's sold out. Like, I looked at y'all, I was like, there's no way we're driving to New York and I'm about to sit outside this joint. But then I also told myself, like, I gotta remember who I am. Like,
yeah, it's like, bro, you got, like, come on, like, we there for a reason. We're not just there to, like, see her perform. We're here to make, like, a show happen.
And so I put my phone down. I remember that whole day. It just didn't seem like it. But at the same time, I was like, I'm about to get it. And then I made the phone call.
Yo.
And it was like, yeah, make sure you just walk in there. Like,
yo, you know what's crazy? When me and Jody got inside, I was like, damn, did Gobo get in yet? And you was in there before me. I was like, yo, how did I have a ticket? You got in before me. Like,
not only did we skip the line to get in, we skipped the line in there, and because we were on the list.
Bruh.
And then Laurel came out like,
oh, she's like, oh, I was about to come grab you.
Yeah, like way after the fact. But like, appreciate her though, because we saw the craziness. But even if that just reminded me, like, even if that didn't work, like if I waited long enough, like I'm getting in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the universe was not gonna let me like stay out there.
For sure.
And then bang, a week later we saw BK the Ruler perform at our joint.
Nah, like I knew that was gonna happen.
There was a lot of promo and everything going into it. When we locked it in, we only locked it in with like Ox's team, like Matt's team.
Yeah,
and then
the guys like Indigo, Tennis.
The openers were like pretty ready to.
Yeah, they were ready to go. As far as headliners were literally like locked in like a week before the show type of thing.
What a lot of people don't know is that this was no normal concert. This was Oxfest. So like there was a lot of weight that went with that name that we took on, and there was a lot of trust that came with it too. But at the same time, like, we also didn't know what we were jumping into.
Yeah.
I had perceived it as like still a concert, and I was treating it just like a concert. And the process turned to something more, like
Yeah.
way more
I
than
want
just a concert.
like as I was like, as we started putting it together, I was like, yo, like there's gonna be so many people in this building. It's gonna be like a networking event. So like that's when I just started saying like, yo, if you're an artist, if you trying to do anything, if you just been saying like, yo, I can't network, this is the opportunity. Get your ass out the crib because everybody's there. Everybody you need to know. Everybody wasn't there, but everybody was there.
Yeah.
So it's like
everybody who was there did something.
yeah, and it's like it's certain people I invited who's been trying to tell me like, yo, I've been trying to like get in, get in with Philly, or I've been trying to tap in with Jersey. I invited you. I said, yo, you can even be on my guest list. Like, just come make the moves for your career.
Right.
And it's just like, I'm like, all right, cool. You just don't want it bad enough. Maybe you didn't realize this was an opportunity, but it's like, everybody has their own directions. But that's how I was seeing it. I was like, yo, like, at this point, if you trying to do something, definitely be in there. Definitely tap in. Because even people that's not going to be performing is going to be there.
It was very true because the people I saw there was a lot of people I already networked with, but there was definitely people I wanted to talk to. And if I wasn't in the position that I was in when it came to the concert, I would have been in Candyland for real. Like,
Yeah.
I get to talk to everybody and have a great time. And not saying I didn't talk to anybody, but like at the same time, like keeping everything organized and keeping an eye everywhere. Like,
I think that was my only like thing. I was like, damn, I wish I was able to actually have a combo. It was just like, oh man, thank you for coming. I catch you. I just had to go. Like it was just like everybody was like, yo, you look busy. Never mind. And it was
we'd have a conversation, and I turn around and then like within the same second you be going.
Yeah, and it was just like, I don't know. At certain moments when it was like, all right, front's cool, back's cool, stage cool. Let me chill for like 5 minutes. Like I'll talk to the guys. Let me hit the blunt real quick. Then it's right back to it. But like I liked it. It was like. The only thing that was crazy is like I had to remind myself like, yo, this is like kind of the show I'm throwing. So any problem that I see, I have the power to actually fix it. So there's a lot of shit like, damn, like somebody should do that. And it was like, yo, it's your show. I was like, oh wait, I should do that.
Yeah.
And it was just like I had to get used to it because I'm so used to coming there, hesitating about walking on stage. Like it was just certain things. I was just like, bruh.
It was a nice venue too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
having
yeah.
that stage like that and everything. Like I know what you're talking about. Those people with the media pass were asking me so many things. Like, so can we go up there? Can we go up here? At one point, I was like, I really can't stop y'all. Like at this point, like you saw what the description said. I am trying to stop y'all, but I really can't stop.
But
y'all.
it's like at some point I'm probably
like
not
that
gonna
stage
be
was
here.
jumping.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we tried to kick everybody out to the main room before like the main performances went on.
Yeah.
So, damn, bro, just thinking about it, like I get lost in the thought of it now because there's just so much going on. And it was so fun, but it was also so fast.
Yeah, it happened really fast. I low-key wanted to experience it again, but from a consumer like perspective. Like, like it was certain points where I constantly had to like remind security, like, hey, thank you for doing your job, but it's me. You can like let me in. He's like, oh, my fault. Like, you good. But it was like it was crazy. It was a lot of things that was trying to stop it. And like one thing, like I just didn't. It was just like it could have just been better communication, as far as like.
That's where that like. So again, we were going into it. I was ready for it like to prepare for it like a concert.
Yeah.
But it became like, what can we do with the name? Like, how we're going to use this opportunity that we were given to the utmost. And that's what it became. But at the same time, I didn't realize, like, that responsibility also came with, like, no real helping hand.
Yeah.
I give a lot of, like, knowledge that I got a lot of knowledge from it. And, like, the only team we could have communicated with was Matt's team. So I got not a lot of knowledge from working with them. But they were also busy in themselves. So it was like when things went on with us, we couldn't get in contact with them. And then there was a lot going on with them, so there was no contact to us. So it was like we kind of had to roll with it as soon as we did get in contact. Like everything we had to talk about. I remember I had like a list. Like as soon as I get in contact with them next, all right, bet I'm going to say this. Because I had to wait for the opportunity to talk to them.
Yeah.
But I also learned how to talk to everyone better.
Yeah. It took me a minute to get used to like Maddox calling my phone every day.
Like,
it was just like, when it first happened, I was like, all right, am I in trouble? Why is he calling me? Like, what happened? And he's just like, yo, bro, like, we need water guns. Like it was just like it was cool to know that he was hype about
I
it
remember that.
and he was full on board. So it was like, it was just like a different type time. I'm like, okay, you know, we really got everybody on board with this. We gotta make this happen.
Yeah, no
And
headliners calling the promoters every day saying
yeah,
like, what
yeah,
they want.
yeah.
And
So I
everything
was
like
like,
that doesn't
okay,
happen.
this is bigger than just some event. This is like a part of history. Like years from now, there's probably gonna be like a whole bunch of Oxfests happening.
Mm.
Maybe big as Rolling Loud one day. Like it's just the start of something so big.
I'm glad. Like I'm like shout out them. Like honestly, major shout out to them to be the first ones to like really initiate that though. Like that's an unmatched like mark in history for real. And that's when I really so when we did the .com Nirvana joint, like we went out there, like how you said, like I wanted to feel part of Underground. I feel like I did feel part of Underground that day. Like
Yeah.
I felt like it from that point on. Like I really can't. That was when I had that state where I couldn't deny it. Like we had our own line. You know what I mean? Like we're not here just because we bought a ticket. Like we're here because blank. Like we're standing here and we're getting in with these guys. And
Yeah.
the next you know, other artists are popping up around us. Like
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Yo, what are you waiting in line for?" Like we're getting in, and this fucking Matt's right there, and the whole. Ever since then, I was like, yeah, nah, I can't deny it anymore. Like, denying it's only holding myself
Yeah.
back. And
That's
then
why-
the concert now.
Yeah. And I went back to the second one, the second Nirvana show. I went back to that one too. And
Yeah, I wish I went with you.
that one was a cool experience. It definitely wasn't as like enticing as the first one.
Mhm.
It was just because everybody was there. I liked how the venue was set up. I liked how the little backstage was. Like, just like running to like Cash Dami and SSG Kobe and like all the young guys. It was just like, damn, like everybody's here. And like this is really like, this is so cool. It's like a big ass high school.
Mm.
So, and that's how Oxfest felt. So that shit was amazing. And
And Oxfest was really, like, so close to home. It wasn't even in Philly. I try
Yeah.
to tell people, like, it was not in the city. It was right over the bridge, like, right next to my town. Like, right over the bridge, south Philly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's right here. Like, that New Jersey should be all over that. Like, we should be pulling it closer and closer to us. Because we pulled people.
Yeah.
It was 250. Like, total, I feel like it was like 250. Like, counting the list.
Yeah,
Because that
yeah.
list got hefty.
Yeah. I definitely think this is probably a little bit more. Just because I feel like some people got in like on some like without the list type of thing.
Yeah.
Like I heard
There
people
was
was getting in.
I learned. Definitely a learning lesson. I could tell you that much. When it came to communicating with like the openers, they were definitely. I feel like that was the easiest.
Yeah, like the openers. I think because we all had relationships with them.
Yeah.
So like it was like
Not all great, but
yeah, they weren't all great relationships, but like we kind of like we know each other.
yeah.
know?
We broke it down to them too. Like this was a science. Like we knew that these guys needed one to be given this opportunity because they would use it to the utmost of their
Yeah,
ability. Two, that the energy there would be benefited from it, the experience aspect that these people would have a benefit from it. And then three, it's just like, I don't even know if there was a three. I think the three was the history. Like I've seen it first. I've seen every single opener perform firsthand except for Tennis Boy Will.
yeah.
And shout out Tennis Boy Will because
Nah, that shit was fun.
that shit was gas.
Like I want people to know, like I enjoy shows. Like you'll see me throw a show, and we was both in the crowd. Like I'll be on stage, I'll get lit, and then I'll run right out the crowd and go do some work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I'll build I put my own energy into the crowd. Like, and it was that's just
I'm mad I didn't crowd surf. I should have crowd surfed.
I don't know. It was definitely like it was a rush for real. I feel like it was a rush for a lot of people. Like I saw like certain vendors just like working and talking and like people like that little vendor spot was like perfect. I
Right.
feel like that's where everybody was really able to tap in with each other.
Seeing the different it was groups of people in front
Yeah,
of each table.
yeah,
Seeing every time I walked through and just seeing them shift between tables, it was exactly how we pictured it going down. And like it couldn't have been any better. It really couldn't have been any better. It made me want to have a table right there and just like instead of a consumer point of view, I wish I was in that point of view, the merch
Yeah.
point of view. Like, yo, come talk to me about business. Like,
yeah. It makes me want to like for like some next shows I want to do. I want to have like a networking area type of thing. Like I want it to feel like I want my festivals to feel like yo, you can like come and talk, tap in, and then you can go and rock out, see us perform. But the next show I want to do, I actually want to do like a all woman artist performance.
fire.
Like
You got some artists in mind?
oh yeah, of course. I want to get like I want to get Tierra Whack to headline.
That'd be fire.
And I'm thinking about like getting a venue like in Rec Philly or something. And Will, he's tapped in with Tierra, so I feel like the area is familiar to her. She loves Philly. She's from Philly. Like people like Crystal Genesis, like just
Shout out Crystal.
yeah, like it's so many like women artists out there that I definitely want to get involved. So, but like it's just like it's different. It's something I want to do differently. Like I don't want to just throw another show. I want this one to actually have a message, be important, and it's just like for our last show we didn't really have a lot of like female artists. It was kind of just like BK at the end.
I'm so thankful for BK for that aspect as well. I almost tweeted it, but I'm like, damn, I don't want people to think that I was thinking that way, like I needed. But I was very happy to have like her presence, like I'm a feminist. I think girls are like, they're just way better. You know what I mean? They're the better.
Nah, they
side.
definitely like
So
make the energy like go. And a lot of guys was fanboying back there. I ain't gonna call them out, but it was a lot
people
of guys
were like, BK's here. BK. Nah, I'm chill, bro.
She
Like,
right there, bro. Talk to her.
Yeah, bro. Yo, but like at the same time, like I was happy for that. I really was happy for her to be there.
I was keeping it cool. Like I don't know, it's like because I already kind of seen like her like performing at the her listening party. It was kind of like, oh, what's up? Like, I was the guy with the surgeon. It's nice to meet you again. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Like I kind of already seen you like rock out and go crazy. So I already know what you about to do. But for everybody else, that was like their first time seeing her, and they're like, oh shit, like she really came. And it was cool because like I had to like run out there and like help her like get like a parking spot, and they almost like ran me over and shit.
Yeah, but I felt bad because like I was trying to have security walk her in and out, but we just didn't have enough guards.
Yeah,
we need more guards, but it's whatever. Next
that
learning
one guy
lesson.
with an M16.
Yeah, I wanted him to like walk her in and out, but I guess I was just glad people didn't recognize her until way after the fact. So,
Yeah, people didn't even peep she came in.
Yeah, Philly fashion, like. Famous people can come blend right in and walk the streets. To be honest, like I feel Philly fashion is just gas. That's what I gotta say. Everyone stands out around here.
Yeah, but I'm definitely trying to do something in the spring, and then I want to do something like big, like in the summer going into the fall, like around the same time we did here, but like next year, like I want to do something like probably like in LA or something.
Yeah, definitely throwing something out of state. See, being able to pull people, like we had a lot of. But other than the communication thing with the teams, like me and you, like we were doing a lot when it came to promo and making sure people came.
Oh yeah,
it was such a slow start, but like our main thing was like getting this online tickets
sold. Speaking of that, shout out Ghosty for helping with the flyer. Shout out Bearsy Fried Chicken for helping with the flyer. Shout out Marco for helping with the content. Shout out Profit Originals for the 3D flyer. This is one I forgot his Instagram name, but shout out to the bull who was helping put together a graphic, but we didn't finish the business.
Oh, Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Bad Day.
Yeah. It's I forgot it. It's like it's weird like letters.
I do follow him. When you said that, I was like hype. But yeah, shout out him. Shout out him
for putting the effort in. It's just for everybody that's helped put any type of promo, anybody that posted, anybody that helped with content. You are appreciated, and like thank you for real.
You're doing good on time. We are hitting closing part of the podcast part, but we did really good on time.
Weird.
Yeah, shout out everybody though. But we did a lot of promo in the beginning that was solely us that we had to figure out. Like, flyers have to go out this time. This caption has to look this way. We bounced off each other.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we did a lot for us to just be doing it off our own like promotion type of thing. Like, we didn't really get like a lot of help with the promotion towards like the last like week and a half.
Yeah, and we actually didn't lock in with the team, but we actually talked to them like way before October. It was originally going to be an Oktoberfest.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it was going to be a Halloween joint.
Yeah, I don't even people know that, but it was supposed to be October.
Yeah.
And we was going to do like a whole Halloween party. Like that was going to that was supposed to be insane.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Maybe it would have been a lot of problems. It just wasn't supposed to happen.
I got stuck out LA. And we couldn't do that 1 week because of our domain. Like, I was already helping promote the Masquerade, and I was like, I don't want to, like, dual promote.
Yeah.
But, I got stuck out of LA, and then just in communication. That's when communication really got, like, bleak between everybody. It was like, what's going on?
I'm like, all right, this show's, like, 2 weeks away, but, like, nobody knows anything. There's no flyer. I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Then we dropped the October and just made it Oxfest.
And it's funny how it gets pushed back to November 5th. The same day as Astrofest. I hate to talk about it, but it's just funny how Oxfest is on the same day as Astrofest.
Nah, it's so recent, like and that is honestly a very like crazy coincidence. That one thing that was going on. So you said it like yourself, like something so crazy and beautiful happened in the underground,
bro.
and something so crazy and dark happened above, like, on the
I
industry
don't, I
level.
don't, I don't get it. Like the reason why I was so shook by it is because I felt like I was playing a part in a big ass war. It was like a war between good and evil, and somewhere somebody like people are like suffocating and like dying and having a terrible experience, and on the other end, people are networking, they're growing, people are like, it was just like. It was too freaky for me. It was just like, yo, like, and to know that so many things was trying to stop that from happening. And then it was a full moon that night. And it's like a lot of different things happen that night too, as far as like other situations. Like I've seen certain things like news reports for certain shit. And it was like November 5th, 2 a.m. It was like, damn, what the hell was going on November 5th? And it was just like I felt like I kind of put like a big spiritual target on my back, putting together something so great.
Yeah.
Like, evil spirits is like, damn, how the hell did he make that happen, man? We need to, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, not even like looking into me like I'm God or something, but I feel like all our energies play a part in this big spiritual war. Like I said, everybody's kind of assigned their demons. It's your job to beat your demon. If you don't, they beat you, and who knows what happens after that. But like I feel like everybody has the right to do good. Everybody has their job to do good. We had the people who do bad, but that's just kind of how life goes with the whole lost and found.
Right.
So that was just, rest in peace to those people. I do think it was more than 8 or 11, whatever they're trying to say. I actually know somebody who was actually there, and I met him through Daytona. His name is Billy Nasser, and he was actually there, and he's like a big Travis Scott fan. And they deleted his page because he was exposing more stuff that was happening. He deleted his whole page, and I was on his backup. So he was like posting videos. He got to go to therapy now. He got in contact with Dr. Phil. Like, he was just like, yo, they're hiding like bodies. Like, I've seen hundreds of people die, like, type of thing. And he's like, I'm freaking out. Like, he's getting threats. People telling him like, don't share that, don't post that. So he's just more like, I'm gonna risk myself for the right thing.
Yeah.
And I respect it. A lot of people would be too scared to do that, but he saw something that traumatized him, and he's fighting for good. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like people trying to cover that shit up. But I don't know.
It's insane that happened.
I'm not even going to talk about Travis Scott. It's just about like what happened and who put hands in that to make that happen. Even if it could be I don't think it's an accident, just because I'm that type of bull when it comes to like, this is what I'm thinking with the spiritual industry. And it's just like, I'm not stupid. I seen the symbolism. I know there's more than meets the eye. I know there's a way to make things happen without seeing them happen. I believe in magic. I believe in voodoo. I believe in like all of that stuff. So it's like, it's just weird as hell. It's Kris Jenner's 66th birthday. That's all I got to say. So it's weird. It was her birthday that day.
Damn. Yo, if people will follow you on Twitter and be like, damn, this nigga spit.
Bro, the thing is, I actually put a comment on the dude Billy Nasser's post, and it got like over 200 likes, and people were just replying all day. I was like, yo, I did not want this attention. Like, please don't come after me. Like, I'm chilling. Like, but at the same time, I am fighting for good, and whatever evil is trying to transpire,
And you're very like, and any like, not making fun of Twitter or the Instagram or anything, but if you're very vocal about the I'm gonna say conspiracy.
You can say conspiracies.
Just for
good.
people like, to understand.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, I hate to put it in that category, but you're very vocal about the conspiracies that are going on around us,
Yeah.
and you're very vocal about how they're affecting us as well.
Yeah.
And like, you're fighting that spiritual war. What? All right. So what, in a sense, do you feel? All right. What do you feel? In any sense, made you open your eyes to these conspiracies going on around you? And what do you feel your part, like, now you put yourself in a position where you're trying to wake up others?
Like, the thing is, like, growing up with my mom, she always, like, she was on that type of stuff, so she always talking about aliens and a whole bunch of things. But, like, I was aware. I always felt like the world was weird. I felt like there was more secrets and a whole bunch of stuff going on. But, like, what really, like, made me, like, want to put it within my brand was, like, I was watching this video, and it was this guy explaining how they had, like, a secret meeting on, like, making gangster rap music more mainstream so that it can make minorities more violent and make them make the jail system make more money. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what the fuck? Nobody knows that's what's happening to us right now. People know, but nobody's realizing what they're saying in their music, what they're doing. Like these rappers, that's coming up. Like, even the old ones, this was like a long time ago. This was a meeting that happened in the 90s. It's not even like some new cat, like, we started just doing this shit. This been happening. Like, gangster rap been around. Trap music been around. So it's like, labels and A&Rs were looking for these type of artists purposely so that they can influence and make theme music for criminal acts, so that you can make these private prisons get more money. And it's like, yo, we're still being attacked. You know, even through something we think we have a choice and freedom in. Like, you know, we used to be slaves and we had to deal with so much shit still going in, and we're still being enslaved in some type of way. So knowing I was partaking in that and I wasn't getting affected by that, it was just like, yo, like a lot of people don't see music for just seeing music. A lot of people like, you know, rob people to 50 Cent. A lot of people like, you know, listen to these, bro, like NBA Youngboy fans. Like, come on, like a lot of them want to be like him. They want to move
To
like
the point
him.
where they meme those videos. Like,
Yeah.
you're an NBA Youngboy fan. If
Yeah. And it's just like, you know, you control our influencers, you control us. You know, you control your enemies' gods. You don't even got to worry about your enemies anymore. So it's just like, yo, I just want to let y'all know we're good, but the people who's like controlling this is trying to harm us. So it's like, you know, just don't glorify it. Don't glorify like killing and all the like the negative shit. Like, you know, you can express it, you can live. That's what you live and that's what you do. But I don't feel like glorifying it. It's cool. I feel like expressing your pain, seeing what you gotta go through. You know, your brother dying to the streets. Like, it's just so many different. There's so many different examples of people explaining it but not glorifying it. But then there's other songs where, you know, I get lit to some King Von, some Lil Durk. Like, you know, it's just certain things I can't help it, but I'm not. It's not going to make me want to go kill somebody. You know, I see
you're
it for
just
what
in
it is.
for that energy in that moment.
Yeah, but some people really live through that music and it really influences them. And a lot of people are in a state where they don't have a lot of self-awareness of their actions and a higher consciousness to make good decisions. So they're literally getting influenced by like frequencies and music, and all of that plays a part in our brain. Like, all the frequencies are things you can't see, but it all affects you. Like, you know, you can say certain things in tongues and a certain frequency that will put you like in a spell. Like, no, just on some real shit. Like, that's just how life works. But they're not going to show us that. You know, we're not going to gain that. We're not going to gain that through school because that doesn't help them make money. That just gives us more powers.
Right.
So it's just like understanding is more than just, woo, I'm getting lit at Travis Scott concert. Like, you could think that, but a lot of people there felt like they were living in hell. And that feeling is not ignored. It's fed on. Energy is not created nor destroyed. So it's like you having that feeling, that's going somewhere, that's feeding something. You know, it's this world's crazy. Like, this world's not simple at all. That's all I gotta say.
You're moving your chess pieces though.
Yeah, my thing is, yo, like, you know, I'm gonna be solid with my brand. You know, like, you know, there's gonna be a Laugh House building one day, and I'm gonna just be talking to people like, yo, like, y'all gotta be more aware of what y'all doing, or y'all gotta like watch out for this. It's like not even pointing fingers at y'all, but it's like, yo, we really got. It's not even us that we gotta watch out for. Like, yo, you fighting me is because they programmed you to like, they programmed us to fight each other. So like the laugh, the whole symbol is really trying to like be on some like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X type shit. That's the bigger picture, because that's what I realize can destroy everything I'm doing. You know, like the whole government can just, nobody's going outside no more. How am I ever going to shoot a music video? You know? So like, at that point, I wanted to do like a laugh breakfast drive. I wanted to go in the park, get a bunch of free breakfast, have somebody vlog it, make a nice little recap. I'm making content, but it's like I'm giving back to people. And I'm giving back
You're
to
doing
my community.
What you really want to do with the brand.
Yeah, it's like what I really want to do is make people feel
The content's
good.
the work aspect.
Yeah, it's like I'm still in that lane. Like, all right, here you go. Like, you know, but it's just because I got that resource. But it's like a laugh breakfast drive, you know, laugh orphanage. Like, it's just so much I can do. Laugh thrift store, you know, like it's just so much I can do. And I respect someone like Jada Smith, for example, who can go and make a vegan food truck for homeless people. Like, all right, he has a lot of millions, but you cannot say that he don't care about people, you know. And then most of the time, most people are saying, you know, famous people don't care about people. But it's like, I don't think it's the money at all. It's all about the perception, how you see life. People get money and they feel like they're better than everybody. But like, once you realize the money don't mean shit, you empty. So you gotta fill that up with something. So I'm never gonna say I got 10 million, I'm the best videographer in the world. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be the most influential one, just because I'm not just worrying about music videos. I'm not just worrying about content. I'm worrying about the people, the world, the culture, homeless people, you know, kids who don't have a mom or dad, like things that kids who don't know how to express themselves, kids who feel like they're in school and can't be themselves. Like there's so many other things that need fixing. And I'm sorry, music videos just don't fulfill my purpose. I love making music videos. I love creating. I love dropping it. But like, it's just a video. It's just a video. It's just YouTube. Niggas could delete YouTube. What the hell am I going to do? It's like, I'm not worried about man-made things. I'm not worried about a camera. I'm not worried about none of that. I'm worried about what I could do with the camera to make people feel something. That feeling, that energy is what I'm after. I'm just using my tools to make it work for me. Because I can't rap, can't play basketball, can't play football. I'm not a doctor. Like this is just what I do. And what I do is what I'm going to like gain from it.
And this is the time to do it. Like we're in an era like where this is more accessible than it's ever been.
Yeah.
And now it's like
shit about to get freaky in the metaverse.
Oh. Yo, I'm trying to figure out if my character is even going to be human or make a little alien.
The thing is, the only reason I'm iffy about it is just because I know like it can have negative effects. But I've been waiting for this shit since I was a kid. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I've been waiting for this since I was a kid. Like ever since even when I saw Ready Player One, I was like, oh yeah.
Bro, I be thinking about Sword Art. Like I be thinking about like, what if I get stuck in the game? You know what? Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'll start a whole new life in the video game.
I don't know, but I'm definitely not trying. Like I don't know. It's just like, yo, y'all want to go to like Dominican Republic real quick? Like it's just like you can do whatever, bro. Like that's crazy.
I watched Black Mirror again though because of it.
Oh yeah,
and that really made me think like, all right, let's not take it too far, guys.
But the thing is, there's hella people with like addictive personalities.
Oh
like,
yeah,
it's just so many weird people. Is going to be weird.
It's breeding addictive personalities now. Everything breeds to it, like fast food, phones, drugs. Is breeding that everything nicotine,
consuming.
Even kids, it's normal now. Like I remember in high school when we had the Nick sticks, like we had to go to the bathroom to rip them. Like it was a big ass deal.
Yeah.
But now you expect everyone to have it.
Yeah.
Like now you expect everyone in high school to have it. It's pretty nutty how like everything is bred to make you want it now.
Yeah. I mean that's my
even
slogan.
Content.
Yeah, like my slogan is create more, consume less. The more you consume, the more you just taking so much in. It's like you're not really putting the time to look into yourself, like to really gather your own self. What do you want? What do you want to do? Fuck what the advertisement said. Fuck what your friends is doing. What do you like? And it's like you can really figure it out by creating more. You probably know what you like because you created so much. You created this podcast. You created MCube. You created a show. You created a brand. So you kind of know what you want. I created THELAFHOUSE. I make music videos. I kind of know what I want. The more you create, the more you grab and kind of put your own pieces together. But the more you consume, you're just getting influenced by other things. But which is okay, but you need that balance. Yeah.
Sorry, I was like, damn, like true. Like it really took the whole journey to get to like really know. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm definitely proud of you though. Like, because I remember when you first invited me to that room and you had a vision, and it was just you and him, just like you said, like
it was me, Eli.
Yeah, it was Eli. It was Eli, but he ended up getting the basement together one day. I remember you told me he was like, yo, like it was like you didn't know
that commercial for down here.
Yeah, you ain't know what you was doing, but like Tyler hit you like, yo, I'm trying to make a studio, and you said you was just up from there. So like, fuck what everybody say, all the opinions they had over the years, or anybody ever said bad about you, or anybody that's trying to throw hate. It's just like, you're on your shit, you had a vision, and you accomplished it. And I feel like if you hate on somebody else, it's because you probably don't have enough time and energy into your own shit. Sometimes you could tell someone's really focused because they're not even worried about nobody else is doing. I'm not going to sit here and like spread hate about somebody because I got my own shit to worry about. I'm not going to use my brand to expose somebody else. I'm going to use my brand to make my brand better. And a lot of times it's just people's insecurities projecting onto you. And it can happen in so many different ways. And I feel bad for people who go through that. Because it's like, yo, like you could really just make this shit yourself. Like you don't got to feel that way. But
the game's so weird because it's a very energy based game, emotion. I guess, and people get emotional and you'll see it.
Those egos too.
But I appreciate you saying that, bro, because you're one of the people I've like seen since the start. You know what I mean? You're one of the few people who can even speak on me like that. You know what I'm saying? I met a lot of people this year and I credit them a lot, but like the years before this year were really what got me to be the person I could have been now.
Yeah, you know? It's like if you didn't see us at Rowan, you didn't really see it. Like you did not see it bubble at all. Even Crystal, like I met Crystal Genesis when she was Sam. Like before I even really was a freshman, I was a pre-college institute student, and that's where she was at. And it's crazy because like
had the curls.
Yeah, like and Indigo too. It was just like nobody was on that type time. I feel like I was the only one that was though. As far as like I knew like what I wanted, I feel like I kind of just started it up.
Yeah.
I kind of just start the car and everybody chose to hop in. Like, yo, let me get in that, And then eventually it was like, yo, go buy your own car, and they went and bought their own car, and that's just the analogy of how I see it. But I do feel like I pulled up and said, yo, any artist want to hop in, and he just hopped in and we pulled off, and that's just how it went. So it's crazy how far we've come because we're now in the underground. We're now really making moves, and we're not locals anymore. You like you said, you went to London. It's just like you just moving
I
different.
actually just hit up, shout out Zuko. He just hit me up today. He's sending me opens. I'm about to get that London US collaboration going on now.
Word.
It's all about the bigger picture, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I appreciate you, Shino. And like, thanks for coming and talking in the podcast. I do have to wrap it up because of time constraint.
Of course.
But this is a long time coming. Like I said, I've known you for a while now. I've seen you grow. I've seen you like expand your craft, your knowledge, and your own network yourself, and get your stay in the game. But this is the first time I really got to actually sit down and like just be like, hey, just tell me about you. You know what I mean? Let's talk about you right now.
Yeah, I've been waiting for it. I was waiting for my MQ, John.
But
can I just shout some people out real quick?
Go right ahead.
Just shout out to Ox Gang. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Laurel. Shout out to Q. Just thank y'all for helping put Oxfest together, and just at the end of the day, still coming to show love even through like any miscommunication or anything that happened. Shout out to Crystal. Shout out to Carol. Shout out to Indigo. Shout out to Jody. Shout out to everybody that's in the whole group chat as far as the Laugh House. It's like, thank you for just believing in the vision. Thank you to my mom for real, like, cause she holds me down like every single time, like no matter what. Like I feel like I would never fail just because she's in my corner. Like that's just one thing I'm gonna keep it real. Not everybody's blessed with a solid, person in their corner. She gives me what I need. So just thank you to everybody that was like part of this journey. It ain't over yet. We just getting started. We just bought a new car. This shit fast now. So yeah.
Is it?
It's an analogy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we bought a new car. We about to go crazy.
No cap though. No cap. Yo, T Preezy. Go ahead and end that joint.
And shout out MQ. Shout out Gobo.
You're in the cube, and this is gonna be the cube.
This is a cube. We're literally in a cube.
Off. Now. We're signed off because I'm going to cut it on the camera. But if you're still here, you know about this little extra bit.
But